Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for November 17th, 2016. For your Thursday, we're going to have mostly sunny skies across the region, high pressure building in, so we're going to have a couple warm days. Today is going to be the first of those warm days, and it's going to extend through Saturday before a cold front comes through and abruptly changes things, and I mean abrupt change. So we're going to get into that in this video here. Might even be talking about some wintry stuff in this video here. Going a little bit forward here, here's a look at Friday. Again, high pressure still in control. It's off to our south now, so that allows for temperatures to increase. We're going to have a flow coming in out of the west-southwest here on Friday, so I do expect those temperatures to reach generally low to mid-60s, especially down here by Philadelphia, get up to mid-60s or so. 66, 67, something like that. So it'll be a very warm day. This is all above normal for this time of year, and that continues, I think, into Saturday. We have a cold front that's going to be approaching from the west, so this is going to be more of a synoptically driven warmth here, because you always have this flow out of the south or south-southwest out ahead of the cold front, so that's going to help drive in more warm air ahead of it. But there's going to be an abrupt change behind this, because the cold front sitting back here like this, in association with this area low pressure up to the north, that is going to be driving in the cold air behind it. You can see it's also, these isobars are very tightly packed behind it. That means it's going to be very windy also. So that's going to be the biggest story of the weekend. It's going to be turning abruptly colder by Sunday. It's going to be night and day from what you see on Saturday to what you see on Sunday, and we might have some snowflakes to contend with. Not going big snow here. The European model has backed off today. Came a little bit more in line with the GFS depiction here, so I'm just going to show you what the GFS has. A little bit of a maybe some showers along the actual front that comes through Saturday evening or overnight. I do think those clouds increase later in the day, and then Saturday evening, Saturday overnight, you get maybe a few showers, maybe even a snow shower further north. But I think then that moves through your dry Saturday night, but then you get this lake effect machine going, where you get the area low pressure that's up here in New England, but the flow off the lakes is over here like this, so it's coming right over Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, so that's going to make make for a pretty good snow event here for areas downwind of the lakes in the usual spots, down near the Finger Lakes, upstate New York, also near Erie and in that vicinity of southwestern New York. We'll also get into that action pretty well. Now, further downstream, the way lake effect snow works is the further it is away from the lakes, it starts to lose its punch and lose its moisture. So the further south and east you get, the less of a chance you have to see any of these lake effect streamers survive. And if they do, they're usually lesser in intensity. Now, you can see this on Sunday morning, and the GFS is actually showing this getting down pretty far, all the way down to the I-78 corridor. And that is very possible that it does that. I don't think you're going to get accumulating snow down this far, because temperatures will still be marginal. But I can see the lake effect snow streamers surviving that long to get to places like the lower Susquehanna Valley and the Lehigh Valley, maybe up here to northwest New Jersey as well. But it's going to depend on the direction off the lakes that the wind is coming. But you can see the isobars are very tightly packed here, and that means we're going to have a windy day here on Sunday, and those winds are going to subside a little bit Monday, but not much. Here's a look at Monday. Maybe a leftover flurry for some places, but the winds will start dying down as high pressure starts to move back in for Tuesday. It's going to be very cold, though, in this whole time frame. We're talking about temperatures. They're going to be in the 60s ahead of this front on Saturday, and then as we get move through time, you can see the front moving eastward, very easily discernible here by the 60s on this side, lower 60s here, to upper 30s on the back side of the front. Front's right in the middle here, marching across. This is now Saturday evening, and as we go overnight, the temperatures crash. And you don't get too far down below freezing here. As a matter of fact, you probably stay above freezing in the eastern areas. And back here, you are below freezing behind it. And this is all you manage for highs during the day on Sunday. Not much improvement from what they were overnight. So you're talking about maybe getting the 40-degree mark right in here in this area here, and that's it. Okay, but it's still warm enough that snow will not stick. It's cold enough for snow to fall because the upper levels are very cold, but not warm enough for it to stick. So I do think you do see snowflakes in some of these areas. But whether it sticks or not is a different story. I don't think it does. Up here across northeastern PA, you get those heavier bursts, and also back here in central PA, especially north central PA, you get those heavier bursts. They can whiten the ground and give you a quick coating to an inch in those heavier squalls if they do survive to that point. We'll go over to the GFS snowfall map just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. This is just basically, light gray is where snow can fall, okay? This is just basically what the model says. Yeah, you can see some snowflakes in these areas here, anything northwest of there. All right, it's not showing anything for New Jersey now, but it doesn't mean that Northwest New Jersey cannot get in the action as well. But the general idea here is that you could see snowflakes not accumulating most likely until you get up here into the higher elevations of Northeast PA. If you have one of those lake effect streamers that survive that far south and it's heavy enough, it can whiten the ground, give you a coating to an inch, and more likely out here in north central PA. It's going to all depend on the direction of the wind flow across those warm lakes. When you get the cold air going over the warm lakes, that's what gives you the lake effect snow. So this is not a snowstorm by any means, but kind of getting that mood for what's to come down the road. And I don't see any large-scale snow systems working their way in our area in the next 7 to 10 days, but this will give you a reminder that this winter season is awfully close. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 17th, 2016. Have a great Thursday.